am doing a new kind of video I have never done before. I have actually never really filmed videos with the intent of sharing to YouTube. I've usually used YouTube as a host for videos just to have a link to share with those who wanted or needed it. But this time I'm actually doing something intentional. So I am sharing my CC tutor plans with you guys, and I hope that it's helpful. I have found so many other tutors videos and resources to be incredibly helpful, and this is week 19 and I'm starting now with sharing videos, so there's no time like the present to just start. So here's your encouragement. If you are at a point where there's something you've wanted to do, just start it. It doesn't matter. Like, it doesn't matter what time of year or what it is. You don't need a new month or a new week. You just need to start. So there's that. So it is CC Cycle 2, week 19. I cannot believe we are going into our final 6 weeks. This is my first year tutoring, and so I feel like the first 12 weeks were really, just getting your feet wet and figuring out what you were doing and kind of getting into a groove and a rhythm and seeing what it's all about. And now here we are. I had the intent of starting videos around week 13 when we came back in January after that first half of the school year, and our new year just started off kind of crazy, so it didn't happen. So we just had the last 2 weeks off. We are this week going into week 19, our final 6 weeks, and I'm so excited. So here we go. Let's share my tutor plans. Okay, so I am going to show you, I've got my board, I just finished doing it in the background. I'm going to show you at the end, but I tend to kind of follow the same format and layout. And one thing I do, where did I set it, that has been really helpful for me, it's in the printer. It's in the printer. I'm definitely new at this. And here we go. Is I kind of write out my lesson plan and I have it in here and I have it saved, so I hyperlink the songs that I'm using, so if I need to reference them, it's easy for me to just go, oh, here was the video I used, or here was the song or the hand motions we followed, and I have that all here, and then I can share it with parents if I don't have that myself. So we tend to start with math in our class, and this week we're doing the area of a circle. I find that a lot of people sing the same song, so it goes, the area of a circle equals pi times the radius squared. And so we are doing hand motions. My class is 7 and 8-year-olds, and it's primarily boys, which cracks me up because I'm a mom of girls. And so I laugh that my class is almost all boys, minus 2 girls, my child and one other. But we have a very high energy class, and so I tend to be very physical in my class because we need space to burn that energy. So we have been doing hand motions for all of our measurements, and so we're going to do the area of a circle equals pi times the radius squared. So we're just going to do a p, r, and then do a 2 for squared. So the area of a circle equals pi times the radius squared. We're going to move on to English after that. A gerund. I admittedly did not know until this week what a gerund was. So we are going to sing this to Polly Wolly Doodle, and I can link the video in the description box below, but this is something that I did was I created cutouts for the sentence with our definition of a gerund. I did laminate them. I tend to be a little laminator happy, but I also wanted to be able to save them and reuse them in the future if need be. I have a folder that I save all of my things that I use in class. Like if I print something, I want to save it because if I should be tutoring again, cycle 2 in a few years, it's just kind of nice to have that already saved and work, the work done for you. Why not? So I printed out the definition, I cut them out, I laminated them, and I have 2 sets because my class is 2 round tables with 4 kids at each table. So what we're going to do is we are going to sing the song, and I'm going to have each table kind of race to put the sentence in order. So here goes my singing voice, which is not a professional one by any means, but here's how it goes. So it says, to Polly Wolly Doodle, a gerund is a present participle verb form used as a noun. A gerund is a present participle verb form used as a noun. And so we'll sing that through, I think, 4 times, just to kind of complete like the rhythm of the song. And I will have them in the meantime kind of race to put the sentence in order, and then we'll probably do it one more time to get in like that 7 times of singing and see which table can be the fastest and will they remain undefeated or not. Aside from having an energetic class, I have a competitive class. So anytime I can do something where they are like racing against the clock or one another or me, they love it. Moving on to history, tell me about the Korean War. So we again are going to get up and move. I'm so grateful that the tune, the song is very upbeat. We've had some very slow, very somber songs. This one, I feel like you can't help but move, so it's perfect to get the kids up and moving and get a little bit of energy out. So tell me about the Korean War. We have in 1950. So I'm going to do just a 5 and a 0 for 50. General, we're going to make our G and then kind of show like our military decorations. So General Douglas MacArthur, and we're going to make an M. This part I feel like kind of moves a little bit fast. So General Douglas MacArthur led United Nations. So I did General Douglas MacArthur led United Nations forces to stop communists. We're going to do our timeline sign for communist North Korea, and I'm just going to do a K and kind of hold it up high. From capturing, do same kind of sign that we do in timeline for captivity or slaves, from capturing, and then capturing all of South Korea. And I'm going to do a K and just kind of bring it down low for South. So we had North, South Korea during the Korean War. So again, a K and then our sign for war. So during the Korean War. My daughter and I did film a video actually to the song with more explanation. So I will link that one as well below if that's a little more helpful to you. Latin, we have first conjugation, endings, perfect tense. I love that we are in a review state. So E isti it, imus istis errant. This one, again, I have the kids just continue moving. So we'll have fun and we just kind of get a little bit goofy because it's easy to go through these. So I'll have them like jump on one foot for like E isti it, hop onto the other, imus istis errant. And then we'll just finish singing it. First conjugation, perfect tense. And then we might do like jumping jacks for another time, or they just like to move. So we go through it pretty quickly and I'll have them like hop on the other foot, do some jumping jacks or run in place or do something silly, and then we move on. Thankfully, we get through Latin pretty quickly. Timeline, I just refer to the CC Connected for the hand motions. So we have Lincoln, we're going to make an L, Lincoln's war between the states. I'm not going to go over all the meanings here, just kind of showing you really quickly. So Lincoln's war between the states, reconstruction of the southern states. We're going to make our S for south and bring it down. Dominion of Canada, we grab our coat collar and just kind of shake it a couple times. So Dominion of Canada. Otto von Bismarck unifies Germany. And so this part goes kind of nice and slow. Unifies, we're going to do the sign for unifies, and then I've seen a couple explanations for the hands, so I just kind of, I don't know. Germany unifies Germany. And then let's see, Boers War, we're going to make a B, Boers War in Africa, we're going to do that sign, and then the Spanish-American War, so it goes pretty quickly, so we're going to do Spanish S, American War, and then the progressive era, show things progressing and moving forward. Heading into geography, we are in Southeastern Asia. So I love, we've got Korea right along with our history and kind of tying that together. And so in my class, we will be singing this to I'm a Little Teapot. I also have maps printed out for them that each one will get, and in all of their student packs, they've got an eraser. I found some at the in the dollar spot at Target that was a little bundle, kind of, you know, like one of these, and it had like a dolphin, a shark, a starfish, a seahorse. It was an ocean themed, and so they have those. They also have a star eraser, and so we're going to kind of almost island hop, since many of these are islands, and we'll sing it to I'm a Little Teapot. and they'll just have their map and then hop with their eraser from location to location. So the song to I'm a Little Teapot goes Southeastern Asia, Taiwan, North Korea, South Korea, Philippines, Guam. Super easy. I feel like that's a pretty quick one, and then they can go, and this is just from our the CC app that we have downloaded. I took a screenshot and printed it because I feel like this is the clearest one for me to use in my class. That's what we're doing for geography. And then we will head into science. So science, we have the first law of thermodynamics. We sing this to Father Abraham, and again, this is a physical one. I'm going to link the video that I did with my girls so you can hear us sing it. But the motions we will be doing for that is, what is the first law of thermodynamics? The first law of thermodynamics states that energy cannot be created or destroyed. So those are our hand motions. So first law of thermodynamics states energy cannot, you can do not or not, be created or destroyed. And so that one's kind of fun, and we'll add on each week since we've got the second and third law of thermodynamics. And then last but not least, we have Bible. So I know not every community does the Bible memory work. It's an optional part of the CC curriculum, but I absolutely love it. Our kids love it. It's helped us to grow so much in just our Bible and our history knowledge and understanding and the context of the Bible. So I'm going to share with you a resource that we use for our home time. And you know, the memory sentence obviously transfers over that you can use in community day. So the memory question and sentence is, what book of the Old Testament contains a collection of wise instruction for living a godly life? Lindsay with Driven by Grace, who is actually a part of our community and one of my dear friends, has created this Foundations of the Bible study. And so this has the memory question and sentence and answer. The answer was Proverbs, by the way. I didn't say that. What book of the Old Testament contains a collection of wise instruction for living a godly life? Proverbs. But what's great is that this has got activities for the kids, and then there's the student activity book as well as a teacher's guide. And so we do this every day. Personally, we like to open our day at home with this, and then we go into doing all of our weekly CC memory work. But I love starting our day with prayer and the Word of God and kind of building upon that foundation. And so she's just made an incredible resource, and there is a file of songs that you could do as well. So you can sing that to Hark the Herald Angels Sing, the tune for that one for this week. We're not doing hand motions. I tend to just barely squeak Bible in at the very last bit of our new grammar before we move on. But I love that the kids still really get that in, and they absorb it and they know it. And it's just been incredible to see. So we've got, let me see, I'm going to show you. So this is week 19, just so you can kind of see what it looks like. She's got it all laid out for you with resources and ideas here, additional learning, and then this just gives you like an overview of Proverbs and some key, well-known verses in Proverbs and a deeper study into that. And then it also finishes with some review questions that you can use like at the end of the week just to really reinforce and test that knowledge of what the kids learned. And so the activity book is great because she's got copy work, pages to color, pages to draw, crossword puzzles, word searches, so many activities, and my girls really love it. This one's a double word puzzle, like an unscramble, narrative journal, so depending on the age of your kids, they can draw a picture and then write about and sum up in their own words what they were learning about. This particular page is from week 18 on the types of Psalms. But it's been honestly one of my favorite parts of our school year with CC this year. And so I know, again, it's optional, but I just can't encourage you enough, since our motto with CC is to know God and make him known. to know God, you have to learn and study his word. And so I love that it's creating that habit in our kids. So those are my tutor plans. Oh, and then I'll share with you one last thing is that once we get to the end of our community day and we do review the very last part before we, are done and kind of break out and go to lunch, this week, I like to change it up each week, and I just kind of rotate a few things that the kids love so that it's not like the same thing every single week. And this is something we haven't done, gosh, for a few months. So they're going to be really excited. They loved this the first time we did it, and it's roll and draw. So I downloaded some winter themed pages. You can see my light. And so what we'll do is they have in their student packs, they have a whiteboard just like, oh, I don't have mine here. Okay, never mind, I don't have mine. They've got just a small whiteboard and whiteboard marker, and then they have some dice. So I will go through and I will ask each kid a question on review, and then they'll answer it. A lot of times they just end up all answering together, even though it's like I'm asking the one student. They all answer, and that's fine. And then they'll roll, they'll get their number, they'll draw, and then I do give them a time limit. I tell them it doesn't need to be perfect. It's just for fun. It's a dry erase. It's going to be erased, and then we'll go to the next person, and they'll answer their question, and then they all roll and they all draw, and it's super fun because all of them end up with a different design and a different style and a different picture, and they think it's so fun and so cool. And then we'll go through and erase the drawing since we've got, only like 5 or 6 rolls. I've got 8 kids in the class, so we'll go through it in that 30 minutes for review, usually a couple times, and they get to draw a couple pictures, and then it's super fun. So when we finish our day, I am going to show you my tutor board next, but I hope that this was helpful for you. I would love to hear from you, just your feedback and anything else that I can help with when it comes to tutoring and creating tutor plans or resources. Yeah, so let's go take a look at the tutor board. All right, here is my tutor board. We made this out of a whiteboard, and I just like colorful and artistic and fun, and I have a blast creating my tutor board each week. And I know it's helpful for me to see other people's tutor boards and maybe either get ideas or just see how they lay it out. So I'm hoping that this is helpful for you as well. So here's just a quick glance at what mine looks like. It doesn't take me too long. Sometimes if it's not something I can draw, I just go online and I print out a picture. So I've got the United Nations symbol, and then I've got the North Korea and South Korean flag. And I just have fun drawing, and the kids love it, and they're always excited to see the tutor board each week. Okay, that's it. Thank you so much for joining me in my first video of sharing my CC weekly tutor plans. I hope that it was helpful for you. I would love for you to hit the thumbs up button, hit the subscribe, or leave a comment. Let me know if this was helpful, what else you would like to see. I'm hoping to share more of just our homeschooling journey, our daily life, kind of homemaking and all of that stuff. But I just thank you so much for being a part of my channel and taking a look. Have a great day.